Hey there everybody, Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Classic Live Album War. Today we've got two bluesy rock specialties here, right? Two killer bands, two exceptional guitar players, two really good singers too. Pretty good. Yeah, I think they're good. From 1971, Free Live. Yeah, I think Paul Rodgers is pretty good. I think Mr. Kossoff pretty good as well. On the other end of the ring, we got Frank Marino Mahogany Rush live from 1978. All right, two good ones. Let's start off with the Free Live album first. Okay, recorded January 1970 through March 1971 at Sunderland and Croydon. Okay, released September 1971. This, of course, is the classic Free lineup of Paul Rodgers on vocals, Paul Kossoff on guitar, Andy Fraser on bass guitar, however you like to say that, and, of course, Simon Kirke on drums. So here we've got pretty sizzling little single LP. Both of these were single LP releases back in the day. Two more examples of Should Have Been a Double, right? On the original release, things kick off with All Right Now, the perennial Free hit. Okay, kind of like a tough tune to really play live for them. I've heard like various live versions of this song, and it never quite captures the kind of perfect spirit, the anthemic spirit of the studio version, but still pretty good. I'm a Mover kills on here. All right, great bluesy rock tune. Be My Friend. All right, killer Rodgers vocals on that. Then you've got another anthem tune, Fire and Water. All right, then Ride on a Pony. Another great bluesy rock track, done very well here. A killer version of Mr. Big. Da-da-da. I love the bass line in that, love the guitar licks. Great vocals by Paul Rodgers, killer song. Then you got The Hunter. All right, an old bluesy classic, done extremely well by Free. I love their version of The Hunter. And then finishing it all off with the mellow Get Where I Belong. Now, if you get the reissue, which I have, has some extra tracks. Really great extra tracks, I might add. Should have been part of the original album as a double, right? You've got Woman, a blistering Walk in My Shadow. How they could have left that off, I have no idea. How do you leave off Walk in My Shadow? A killer blues rock track from their first album. And then, worth the price of admission alone for the whole album, an amazing, creepy-ass slow blues version of Moonshine with a killer, absolutely gut-wrenchingly haunting guitar solo from Paul Kossoff. One of my favorite guitar solos ever from him. Telling you, if you haven't heard the live version of Moonshine from this reissue, you need to. Then you got Trouble on Double Time, another great tune, and then some alternate takes on Mr. Big, All Right Now, and Get Where I Belong. All right, so got those couple of really great bonus tracks, make this well worth having. It's a really good album, really good live album. Dig it quite a bit. I'm a big Free fan. In fact, I enjoy Free's music better than Bad Company, to be honest. And I dig Bad Company a lot, but I think Free were a much better band. All right, so let's move ahead a few years, right? Here we got released in 1978. Okay, Frank Marino Mahogany Rush, that great Canadian trio. All right, recorded live in the southern United States throughout late 1977. All right, of course, this is the lineup of Frank Marino on guitar and vocals. All right, on bass, you got Paul Harwood. And you've got on drums, Jimmy Ayub. All right. Great trio. Another one of those albums that, man, where's the rest of it, right? Kicking it off with The Answer. Killer Frank Marino tune. Probably, I'm trying to remember if it made my favorite. I think that's basically my favorite Frank Marino Mahogany Rush tune of all time. Love The Answer. It's just it's got this great groove. It's kind of funky. It's got those sizzling guitar licks, man. Love it. Then you got Dragonfly. Again, killer grooves, kind of mysterious sounding. I'm a King Bee. Excerpt from Backdoor Man. All right. Some bunch of covers on this album. A New Rock and Roll. Great blistering hard rock tune. His awesome version of Johnny Be Good. Of course, the classic by Chuck Berry. Doesn't get much, but it's like both Frank and Jimi Hendrix both did great versions of Johnny B. Good. So, of course, Jimmy's live at Berkeley. Killer version there. Then you've got Talking About a Feeling. Another great long tune with all sorts of jams, right? You got Who Do You Love is in there. Electric Reflections of War and the World Anthem. It's like a whole long, almost 12-minute long medley, all right, of all sorts of cool stuff. Frank going nuts on the guitar with all these sound effects and explosions and things. Amazing stuff. And then finishing it all off with Frank's rendition of the Hendrix classic Purple Haze. Done very, very well. Again, killer live album. Wish there was more of it. But it's ridiculously good nonetheless, and a great guitar tone. So, in fact, there's, both Kossoff and Marino sound spectacular on this, and the vocals are so well done. So, comes to the part of the video where I've got to make a choice. All right. Kind of a tough one, kind of. You got the great guitar playing of Kossoff, tasty guitar playing of Kossoff. You got the amazing vocals of Paul Rodgers, that great rhythm section, and here you've got guitar, and more guitar, great vocals, and then more guitar. I'm going to go with the more guitar in this one. It's close, but I think for me, Frank Marino just wins it out. The guy is just one of the greatest guitar players that ever lived, and should be a household name everywhere in this world. All right. Really should be. And this is a great sounding live album. The performances are just jaw-droppingly killer. Okay. And while I love this album a lot, I just, which one do I have to go with? Which one do I reach for more? If I was to get stuck on an island for 10 years, which one I bring with me? I'd probably bring this. I could just listen to this over and over and over again, as I have been for the last, 30 years or whatever. So for me, it's Frank Marino. Unanimous decision here, 116, 114, 117, 111, 119, 110. All right. Wins it pretty handily, but, Free stays in the game, in the fight the whole way. But Frank just outclasses every step of the way. Your opinion may differ, right? There's no right or wrong answer. It all depends on what we prefer. Upper right-hand corner, you'll see a little white circle with a letter I in it. Click on that. Vote for free. Vote for Frank Marino Mahogany Rush, the winner. In 6 days, we'll move on to round 3 of our tournament. Who's it going to be? Frank Marino and Company or free? We'll see. This is on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're on the mighty YouTube every damn day. Tune in later today for the last matchup in round 2 of our tournament of classic live albums. That's coming up later today. Don't forget to go on our Facebook page and vote for all of these, all right, as we count down to round 3, which begins probably in about a week, all right, and then we'll rampage through that all the way to the end of this tournament to see which is your favorite live album of all time, all right, so we'll see you guys again real soon. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.